Hi guys, so this is Rowan. I had a plan for today which was to carry on with what I started yesterday, which is my getting into the craft series, and I will try and do that later. I have some books ready for discussing that next step, but I decided to do this video first. I've started doing YouTube videos because I'm solitary and because of my life, which has been hard. I've ended up quite isolated in my life. I have my wonderful gnome, whom I love, and my middle sister, and a couple of friends who have stuck by me through my difficult life. And so I started doing these for a sense of reaching out to people in community, to try and spread a little joy and happiness, offer some friendship, share information. I haven't had any negativity on my channel yet, but then I'm new and not many people are watching this yet, so I don't know if it will come to that. It probably will. So this video is basically me questioning and sort of making a plea to the general world about how we interact with other people, pagan or not, how we judge people, and we do judge people, and how we treat people. So, I'm not going to badmouth anybody, but the start of this video has been inspired by sad events on YouTube. But there are things that have happened to me in my life recently that have left me in this position. People that I thought were my friends were not. And when I started going through some really, really tough times, they all vanished. Bar one or two. Everybody I thought was a real friend, almost everybody, didn't want to know. I'm not going to go into detail about what happened to me. Needless to say, it filled people with one of two emotions. It was like I would, oh, this person is going through something horrid, so I will be tainted if I stick by them. Or pity, but not really interested. Oh, I'm so sorry for you. Bye. There are a couple of people who stuck by me. My soul sister, Arwen, you know who you are. My real middle sister. When I said I was empathic, I mentioned I was projective. I'm also quite receptive, and when anybody is in trouble, I get filled with this overwhelming urge to help, to try and talk to them, to give them a cuddle, to advise, to try and help them through. And I've always been known as the person people go to when there's drama, and to try and help them sort it out, because I can be quite level-headed, I can help them through. And over the years, I became this agony aunt figure. People brought me their problems, and I never minded. I always wanted to help. I still get like it now, that if someone's in real trouble, I just want to help, and I don't like it when people are upset. I'm not perfect, I'm not going to say that, you know. But this has led to real betrayal. Not made up betrayal, real betrayal, where I've helped people through really difficult times, and when I was going through a really difficult time, they just left. Didn't want to know. I had one person who I had helped through a lot of stuff and I'd been honest when no one else was being honest with her. And when I was going through stuff, she was just like, I don't need that in my life right now. This was weeks after I'd helped her through her situation. I was so hurt. And people treat victims, because I was a victim of someone else's crimes, they treat victims so badly, like they deserve it. These people didn't deserve, the people involved didn't deserve what happened to them. There were other people who were like, who literally, someone who was my hero in childhood, who I loved wholeheartedly, told me at one point I should get over it. I should just get over it. Telling someone they should just get over something that they've been through when it's real is the biggest amount of disrespect. And I don't understand why people in your life, people on YouTube, I don't understand when you've come on here for a sense of community or sharing information or to make friends or whatever. I don't understand this need to attack people. It hurts me, and I've been through a lot of it in recent life, and that is why I'm quite isolated now, because I stepped back from my previous life because everybody in it wasn't there for me, bar a couple of people who I still have a lot of contact with as a result, because they were there for me and understand what life can be like. There's so many people who, because they haven't had any real life experience, maybe because they've gone from being in the family home to an easy job and got everything they ever wanted without ever having to suffer. Oh, well, if I get involved with something that's actually difficult, maybe my life won't be so perfect anymore, or I don't know. I don't know where the acceptance is. I don't know where the support has gone. I don't know if it was ever there. Maybe it was never there. Maybe people have never supported one another. But I think being a selfish human being is one of the worst things you can be. To only give a shit about yourself and not care about anything else is against everything I've ever believed in. I have a hard time being even slightly selfish, and I was told by a pagan teacher many years ago I was going to have to be careful not to give away too much of myself and to sometimes just be selfish, even if it felt wrong, because otherwise I wasn't taking care of myself, and I had to see where the line was between taking care of myself and being selfish. The line to me is if you're hurting someone else, then you're being selfish. It's not always black and white like that. It's not clear. People lie. People make stuff up. People gossip. People bitch. People say you're one thing or another. I don't understand why so many people in the world seem to not care about their fellow human beings. Just because someone does something differently doesn't mean that you give up on them. Just because someone has been through something else or been through something hard, why would you give up on them? It goes against my very moral fibre. I don't get it. I've been through hell. Hell. I would never wish that on any other human being. And if anyone came to me today and said, help, I would help them. I wouldn't do what 90% of my friends and nearly all of my blood family did, which is selfish, abandonment. People seem to think, a lot of people that I know, as long as they have what they want, their materialistic little worlds aren't tampered with, they can be the kings and queens of their little castle and have their little homes and their perfect little lives, and that's all that matters. And I feel like screaming, materialistic shit isn't gonna make you happy, and you're gonna get 10 years down the line and you're gonna be so miserable. And you don't look to me when you get 10 years down the line and you haven't come to any self-realization, you haven't self-sacrificed anything in the name of humanity or your friends, because all you do is take. Try, people please, try and love one another, try and help one another, try and understand one another. The pagan path for me has been self-enlightenment and self-awareness, and there is a great deal of being aware of people around you. I've retired from societal life a lot because of this. I don't trust people very easily anymore because of when I needed the people I had known for 10 years, they weren't there. Try not to spread hatred. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, so blessed be.